This type of stuff don't happen to me. There are a lot of fake contemporary handbags circulating, and I don't know if I've been living under a rock, but I just never thought that was a thing. Hey, Andre, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Over here, we're all about looking and feeling our best for less. So if that's what you're into, go ahead and join our little tribe by subscribing down below. Let's get into this video. Guys, I wanted to come on here today and share with you something that happened to me back in October of 2022. And I'm ashamed to admit that I actually got scammed online, but I did. So let me just take you guys back. So this was around the time when everybody was going crazy about the Marc Jacobs tote bags and the small size in particular. I don't know what they calling it now because I know they switched the sizes up. But anyway, there was the Marc Jacobs tote bag that was really, really popular around this time. I mean, it's still popular, but at this time it was trending. And I was looking at a few unboxings and I fell in love with the bag, honestly. But something kept me from pulling the trigger on it. I think it was the color. I saw somebody on one of my groups. I don't remember if it was a Dooney or a Coach group, but someone had posted a picture of themselves and they were actually carrying the tote bag and they had it in a pink color that they call Morning Glory. And guys, that color was gorgeous. But Marc Jacobs was no longer making that color at the time. So I was on the resale market looking for the tote bag in the Morning Glory and just was not able to find that color. But I did find a similar color on, well, I don't really want to say similar because it's not really similar. I'm looking at it right now, but it was close enough. And I found it on Mercari. So I went on ahead and paid for it, and I thought it was a great price. I'm looking at the listing right now. So if you see me moving my head, it's because I'm looking at the listing. So the item was actually listed on, let's see. So I actually purchased this bag on October. So I purchased this bag on October the 1st of 2022. And it shipped to me like it normally does. I didn't have any questions about the bag. The seller had, multiple pictures. Everything looked good. The bag looked like it was brand new in factory wrapping. And the price was $255. I don't know what the going rate is now, but I believe retail was $375 for that bag at the time that I purchased this one off of Mercari. So I figured I was getting a really good deal. That's like $125 off. And the bag was wrapped up. It came with the receipt. I'm looking at the listing, it had the little card and everything. So I was good to go. I went on ahead and paid for it and waited for it to arrive. And guys, when the bag got here, I was so excited. I opened it the same day that it arrived, and unwrapped everything. And I went on Mercari immediately and posted a great review. And like, the bag was just as described. I love it. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. I feel so stupid now. So the bag goes in my closet. At the time, I don't think I was using that shelf behind me for totes at all. I didn't even have my Rogues on that shelf. So I had that Marc Jacobs bag placed in the closet where I had my Rogues and some of my other like tote style bags. And I just figured I would pull it out when I was ready to carry it. So fast forward maybe 4 weeks later, I'm on YouTube and I'm looking at some unboxings, and somebody had purchased the Marc Jacobs tote in the argan color, and it was gorgeous, and it made me want to go ahead and pull my bag out and wear it for the first time. So I go back and get my bag, but this time I'm not as excited about it as I was when I first unboxed it. Looking at it again for the second time, I started noticing things that I didn't notice before about the bag. Number one, it felt like leather, but it didn't really smell like leather. Like it had no smell. It didn't have a chemical fake plastic smell either. So that's probably why it was a little difficult for me to discern from the beginning that it wasn't leather, because it had no smell. But it was thick. I mean, the whatever the material was it was made out of felt a lot like leather. It just had zero smell. The other thing I noticed was the sheen. It was devoid of sheen. I'm going to post the one picture that I was able to find of the listing because it's in my purchase history on Mercari. So I'm still able to pull it up. But the listing is no longer there because, of course, this user is now inactive. They're no longer on Mercari. So I can't even show you guys the whole listing. But I promise you, there were at least 10 pictures of this bag inside and out for me to look at before making the decision. But the thing that should have been the red flag was the very first picture. And this is the one that I'm going to be able to show you guys. And it's the way that those handles are covered. So the sheen on the bag was lacking. That it looked really dull, like there was no shine on it whatsoever. And I noticed, like with the other Marc Jacob bags, there was definitely a shine or some type of sheen to the leather. So that kind of made me go, But the thing that really let me know that this bag was fake was the handles. So as you can see, the handles are wrapped up, right? And I was happy about that because I'm thinking I got a new bag and I got it for like 20-25% off. But the handles are wrapped for a reason. And it's because the handles, if I seen the handles, I would have known that the bag was fake. So the way that the handles are made on this fake bag, the stitching doesn't go down far enough. And it's not obvious the way that they have the bag packaged. And it wasn't obvious to me when I initially pulled the wrapping off. It wasn't until I really just started looking at the bag and then comparing it to other people's bags that I realized that my bag was fake. But guys, the dust bag looked and felt real. The little yellow card looked and felt real. The interior of the bag looked and felt real. Like everything looked and felt real, but the bag wasn't shiny enough and those handles were off. So it was the handles that let me know that I had purchased a fake bag. And by that time, it was already too late for me to do anything about it. But outside of that, I didn't know if I would have any recourse anyway, because I don't really know that the seller was being dishonest. The actual listing does not say authentic anything. It says Marc Jacobs, the tote bag, Regal Orchid Mini. So had I caught that before the 30 days and decided that I wanted a refund, I don't know if Mercari would have honored my request, because this bag was not advertised as an authentic Marc Jacobs bag. And that one word is very important. So basically, I purchased a bag that looks like a Marc Jacobs bag, but it's not a Marc Jacobs bag. And since the seller never really specified whether or not it was authentic, there would have actually been a lot of wiggle room for her to argue that I got what I paid for and that she was not being deceptive in the listing. So, with that being said, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and put out just a little quick guide to help other people do a better job of making online purchases. I want to make sure that you guys don't get scammed like I did. There are a lot of fake contemporary handbags circulating, and I don't know if I've been living under a rock, but I just never thought that was a thing. Like, it never occurred to me up until recently. that people would actually bother to replicate a Dooney, a Coach, or a Marc Jacobs, because those are considered to be somewhat accessible and affordable for even the average person. So, that was a blind spot of mine. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys don't have that same blind spot, which is why I came on here to share my story with you, but also to let you know that something good did come out of that. So, with all of my years of buying and selling luxury and contemporary handbags online and the terrible experience that I had with Mercari, I have enough experience to help you guys avoid some of the pitfalls that got me. So I wrote an ebook, and it is called 5 Tips to Buying Pre-Loved Luxury Online. So this ebook is really designed to basically take the stress out of luxury online purchases, help you avoid getting scammed, and to help you save a few coins. So if you guys are interested, and I hope that you are, you can find the link to the ebook. It is completely free. It will be in the description, and you can also find it in my bio. So, guys, I hope that this video was helpful, that you got something out of it, and I hope that you will decide to go ahead and download my free ebook so that you can get even more information and tips and tricks about buying luxury online. So until the next time we see each other, don't forget, if you're going to buy it anyway, you may as well save a few coins. Talk to you later. Bye.